Sakalley. I live in India. I am describing you another place, a very ancient place called Mandu or very ancient Mandu. This ancient Mandu is situated in very deep forest. You cannot easily reach there because it is too much surrounded with the huge vegetation, wild animals and huge breeds of poisonous reptiles are arriving and occurring there. Very past age of varieties, and I am telling you, like the Machu Picchu at Peru, Giza pyramids at Egypt, the same as that Mexico, Yucatan, same like this type of ancient historical places. Budi or very ancient Mandu. Not easy to reach the Budi Mandu or very ancient Mandu because you know that we will have to cross many types of rough track to reach there. You know it's a very bumpy and rough track. We will have to reach there. Hello boys, before crossing the track, you will have to face many difficulties in this track because we know that this track is totally covered with a densely forest. Many herbal medicines are situated in this forest. Very good walking on this river. This river has been falling for many years. You cannot imagine what a beautiful this is because the river valley is continuously going on and on. And as I am crossing the stones very, very strictly, oh, just a wonder of the world. Hey man, look at this tree. This tree is looking very mysterious type of vegetation. I think that certain trees are grown up in such types of valleys region. The main theme behind this tree is that this tree is grown on the stones near the flowing water. Hey, it looks very excellent types of vegetation. Hey, the continuous movement of water is very amazing. This flow of water stream has come from the big mountains, valley around this place. The stones around the flowing water show a magnificent natural scenery. This flowing water will submerge into a big river. Hey, this flowing water has taken a view of waterfall because the flowing water is falling. Hey, haha! This valley is very beautiful. I can tell you the water is falling. It's very slow and magnificent speed. Hey, this forest is totally surrounded with the teak forest. This is the teak, densely teak plants. You can see the water long types of leaves are found here. It is very, very excited route to reach Budi or ancient Mandu. Ancient Mandu is there and this is only the way to go there. It is very bumpy and very, very rough road to reach Budi Mandu. What a beautiful valley this is. I have climbed a very high valley. I have climbed that valley and now I am going to Budi ancient Mandu. Look at the teak forest. There is too much of silence in this forest. There is too much mysterious forest in the world. You cannot find any types of sound of leaves here. Even a leaf is not moving. There is a teak plant and very heavy vegetation is finding here. You can see this type of valley. It's totally covered with densely forest. We cannot imagine. This is a very tropical forest of the world. You can see these types of valley where the ancient Budi Mandu has found. Hey, our Budi Mandu ancient Mandu valley has come, but it is just a very few minutes of distance from here. So we will have to cross this accidented bumpy route. It is very rough route to go there. Hey, in this valley you can see the many ancient architects and ancient sculptures. Very, very stone era of the statues are finding here. and you can see that people cannot understand that this valley contains a huge sources of ancient architects. You can see that this is an ancient pool. It is very old pool, water pool. You can see that very old pool. And I'm drinking water from here. Look at this ancient sculpture. Nobody has seen this type of sculptures. These sculptures are, you can see that this type of sculptures belongs to very, very past era. I think it's a Stone Age of era. You cannot see these types of statues over on a high valley. This type of statues, you can see that the Vishnu, the Krishna, the Lord Shiva, all of the mountains, all of the great statues are situated here. All types of statues have been broken by natural disaster. It is very, very ancient monuments. Nobody has seen such a monument. A mystical place in the world. Look at the Lord Vishnu with different pillars and monuments. I think in the ancient civilization, the great kingdoms were living here in the ancient times. So this type of carving is quite an easy method for any sculpturist. Very ancient monuments it is. This is I think this is a non-conscious movement. This is unconscious movement of a goddess. And also look at this, the sleeping position. I think these monuments had been broken by the natural disaster. Imagine that these types of heavy stones had been shifted by many ancient sculpturists over here on this valley. You cannot imagine that who shifted these high stones over this valley. You can see the beautiful stone carving, and I am again telling you that it is a basic symbol of ancient civilization. Look at this symbol. Look at this symbol. You cannot find this type of symbol at any other place. This symbol of ancient lost civilization means any ancient civilization were living here in the ancient. Really, it is a big mystery of the world that the biggest big stone carving, stone cutting is situating here over this temple. I think it was in great ancient temples of Hindu goddess. Kamlesh tells me that it is called a small apple. In this island or in this small land, it is called a small apple. And whenever we eat this, it looks like similar as big apple. Sourful, tasteful and very sweet to eat. Our continuous still exists here. On this modern world, we can see the ancient trees and ancient monuments and very mystical places like this Hindu goddess and god. Ancient pond. This lake is situated on the high altitude of valley. This is the lake and you can see. Look at the fabulous stone steps. I think they were placed by the ancient kingdom. It is an ancient form of stone steps constructed with large rock cut slabs. The cloud, the mountain has covered with clouds. Look at, see the white and green combination. You can see the whole of the valley has been covered by the white mountain. And it is the ancient goddess of Hindu civilization. Vegetation, it is a mystical vegetation. You cannot see, I cannot imagine what is the name of this vegetation, but it looks very, very mystical. The ancient monument, it is in sleeping motion. So you can see that Hindus, Lord Ganesh, like same as this as a statue, and the people generally say that this is a statue of Lord Ganpati. Hindu goddess temple. It is called the goddess of Hindu, called Shiravali Mata, means the goddess who sits on the lion. Look at this strong fortification walls. I again tell you that look at the stone cutting. This valley and this high altitude of plateau had been fortified by these types of heavy walls. Nobody was entered here because these heavy walls were used to protect this valley from the enemies. So nobody would reach easily here. Our visit to Budi Mandu is completed, and you know that it has been completed by our team effort. Inside this cave, there is a Shiva Lingam which is situated in the cube-shaped type of room. Dear friends, I think that this cave temple was excavated by a very sharp tool, because look at the rock-cut architect. And dear friends, due to the seeping of this water, the water has filled inside the cave. The amazing Seven Sarvas temple of Mandu, you can see that Shiva Lingam is situated inside this cave. Dear friends, this rock cut slab, amazing rock cut architect, amazing ancient rock cut structure here. There's many ancient rock cuts called Lohani Cave. what do you think about Mandu? Step wells are quite nice. You have seen the bunker, the silence is amazing.
I just arrived. I see many pictures of it. That's why I'm coming here.
Okay.
And I think it's a very nice and beautiful place. Quiet.
Quite nice.
Not too much tourists.
Too much is, and you have got information that the cellars and the bunkers, and especially step water walls, have been a quite nice architect. Is here. You have, I think you have listened that one.
Yes. Yeah.
Step wells are quite nice. So man, what's your name?
My name is Norbert.
Norbert from Amsterdam, from Holland.
From Holland. Yes.
He's a Norman. You know that he has got a big inspire towards step water wells and our steps and our bunkers and our ancient monuments, which can store a large amount of water in the Mandu, Dhar district of Madhya Pradesh. Amazing step well. Here, my intention has got deviated after observing the dark well, where the natural light has become invisible. The architect has again established this dark step wells has been sealed or has been pegged by the government. So there is in absence of natural light. It was called the dark step well. Hello friends, I have reached to the other palace. It is called Chishti Khan Palace. Many people believe that it was built around the 16th century as a view of rainfall. Hey friends, you can see here an excellent green carpet. Central yard is surrounded and this central yard is enclosed by the excellent architect of roof. Friends, in this Chishti Khan Palace, you can see that walls on the either side, and there is also secret passage. And you can see that what an underground types of room here, situated in the Chishti Khan Palace of Mandu. Friends, inside this Chishti Khan Palace, you can see a huge vegetation. You can see an amazing types of scenery of natural vegetation here. This palace is surrounded by a green valley of Mandu. Friends, I am standing on the Jahaj Mahal Palace. The elegant architect of water well was constructed around 14th to 15th century AD by the Muslim king Ghiyasuddin as a technique of hydro supply water circumstances. The open arched window columns analyzes outer view of lake adorned by nature. Palace or Jahaj Mahal Palace is an eminent monument. It was built by the Ghiyasuddin king, Muslim king, around 14th to 15th century that shows the test and the prosperous architecture of the past. The ship palace or the Jahaj Mahal Palace is the shape of the ship that connects two lakes. The one is on the one side, it is Munsagar Lake, another is Kapur Tank. It is called the water palace, which means the place which is totally covered with water, and we can see that. Body or Champa step well is an interesting step well on the north edge of the tank situated there. It was a popular hot weather retreat and featured cool walls and bathroom. It is an elaborately constructed well called Champa Bauli, which is connected with underground wallet rooms, where arrangements for cold and hot waters were made. The bathrooms, ventilation shafts, pipe tanks which collect rainwater. Due to the aroma of magnolia champa flowers, it was called the Champa step well. Dear friend, then come here. What a huge types of architect. There were caves, and you can see that the mystical tunnels were going there. The Mohenjo-daro Mahal might have been constructed during the rule of Hoshang Shah about 1425 century AD, but may date to the end of 15th century during the rule of Ghiyasuddin. It is one of a set of building making of the royal palace. The royal architect of medieval period expresses you the past glory of Mughal architect. The Samadhi tank contains the green mosses which makes the water view greeny. Friends, I will show you a great sound effect. The sound effect in the ancient time was called a rhythm, a sound which reflects. You can imagine that whenever we sing the song, then it turns back like reflection. I will show you. Hello friends, after visiting the great ancient architect and great ancient step wells and the great ancient bunkers and cellars of Mandu, I have reached to another place. It is called Dhar. It is called Dhar Fort. Hello friends, in the Dhar city fort, in this Dhar Fort, this fort had been made by the great Mughal king called Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Ancient Shivalingams and ancient cannons. Hey, these types of cannons were used by the ancient king. So only the remnants are left. Friends, in this Dhar Fort which is situated on very high hill, you can see a trench, a large hole. This type of large hole was dug by the ancient kingdom. Inside this fort, you can see a great step path. You can see in the 13th century this fort was built by the Muhammad bin Tughlaq, and you can see that a deep hole there. It means that large amount of water could easily store here. Adventurous water walls and amazing tunnels of Dhar and Mandu. I have arrived at another place. This place is called Amjera. This place is situated just 30 kilometers from the main Dhar city of our great state Madhya Pradesh, of our great Indian country. The amazing speeded chariot of Lord Krishna was run from Dwarka. Look at the crack, which is a witness of Rukmani abduction by Lord Krishna in the past period of time. The chariot of Lord Krishna was run from Dwarka. Lord Krishna placed Rukmani in his chariot, and the amazing speeded chariot. We will have to cross such types of huge vegetation, and you can see that this temple is situated in the slope of Vindhya Valley of Madhya Pradesh. Here you can see the caves which is situated beneath these rocks monuments. And you can see that the very ancient goddess statues are situated beneath this rock body. And beneath this rock body we can see that many types of ancient goddess statues. And here we can see that the great lords statues are situated, as which is a very majestic power. Beneath this is very religious place of Hindu civilization. Then you can see that the ancient Shiva Lingam is situated here, which is the symbol of great God of universe. And you can see that I am holy standing just beneath the rock body. And what amazing types of rock statues. And here you can see the snake-like body, the snake-like head of the ancient snake god of Hindu civilization. Amazing rock monuments are situated in the Amjera rock caves, which is situated just 30 kilometers from the main Dhar city of Madhya Pradesh state of great Indian country. Here you can see that due to the moisture effect, the drops of water from these rocks and from these caves, you can see that the drops of water is falling. And you can see that whenever we go as deeper, then these rocks, these caves become dark. So you can see the tunnel types of caves is looking very excellent. and you can see that the tunnels that is situated inside these rock hills, a huge tunnel types of structure. The place where I am standing is called Chaucer Jogni. It is situated just 15 kilometers from the Dhar city. In this Chaucer Jogni temple, we can see the ancient galleries of Hindus, goddess and Hindu god. Here you can imagine that this Hindu goddess and god statues are quite similar than the Egypt and the Mexican civilization, ancient Greek civilization, classical. They were crafted in the stone. So they look at the three-dimensional excellent structure of the Hindu god and goddess. To overcoming the difficulties, to overcoming the troubles, Lord Buddha is a big symbol to overcoming your difficulties. Looks like same as the sculptures of Egypt. Thousand years of ago, the artists of Egypt had shown such types of natural effect inside their statues. Here you cannot identify that the ancient architect, sculptor, and you can see the Shiva Lingam is also a symbol of great God of the universe. So it had been looked at the pottery type of statues. In a hall, we can see that it is a statue of goddess Chaucer Jogini, Chaucer Jogini goddess, and you can see a throne-like statue, a sitting throne of ancient king. So you can see the throne, and it is a very holy temple. Look at the 2 to 3 feet statue of ancient god. Hey, you can see the face, the structure, the whole of the body pattern of this statue in the stone is very typical and classical piece of stonework is there. Hey, look at there, a classical natural expression of Hindu god. And it is a statue of Bhairav, god of Hindu. You can see it is a statue of about 7 feet. Architect had been done. You can see the 2 eyes, 2 moving eyes, and this stone carving is a quite excellent pattern of our ancient Indian sculptures and ancient Indian statues. This is the holy temple of Chaucer Jogini goddess. This place is situated just 90 kilometers from the main Dhar city. Hey, look at the huge cutting of the stone era. Look at the ancient Buddhist caves had been made from rock cut monuments. Look at the ancient Indian rock cut monument which is called the Great Buddhist Caves. The Bagh Buddhism Caves. In Hindi, the meaning of Bagh means the tiger. After the decline of Buddhism period, this place were left by the Buddhist monks, and people believe that tiger lived here. The ancient Indian rock cut monuments of Hindu god Lord Ganesha. Hey friends, in the ancient period, the Buddhist monks were living here. Inside these caves, the Buddhist monasteries were in existence. Yeah, these ancient statues of Buddhist period. Hey friends, these statues are situated inside the second cave of Buddhist caves called Bhim Cave. Ancient murals. These ancient murals were made by the ancient Buddhist monks who lived in these Buddhist caves of Buddhist era of Buddha period. Here you can see the best examples of murals. You can see the ancient paintings which were done by the ancient Buddhist monks. As in the matter of the fact, the tribal community have their own occupation like the land farming, the animal keeping, the cock keeping, the hen keeping, and especially they are engaged in such types of activities for their livelihood because their livelihood is too much important for their family. So we can see that such types of animal keeping is being done by the tribals of the Dhar district of Madhya Pradesh. Most of these inhabitants of the Dhar district of Madhya Pradesh belong to the tribal Bhil community. And if we make a fact about the tribal Bhil community, they live in the hilly region of the Dhar district of Madhya Pradesh state of Indian country. We will have to do lots of work to collect the water. The tribal Bhil community region is devoid of vegetation. The area is affected from the poor and barren soils and low rainfall, although the basalt rocks of this region exposes a beautiful landscape, but due to the uneven track surface, the tribal region, you can face all types of problem whenever you live in tribal area. Here friends, the tribal area of the Dhar district is fully covered with the basalt rocks and strong boulders. I am watching the amazing view of wild adventure. The tribe Bhils of the Dhar district of Madhya Pradesh manage their water requirement by the means of such reservoir. The tribal Bhils are well accustomed with such remote regions. Such wild natural landscapes are a major part of tribal Bhils' life routines, and we can consider that these remote areas are heritage of the tribal Bhil communities. Really, these Bhil civilizations are living in such areas with great courage, so they respect their religion with great admiration. These tribes live deep in interior areas, so you can see densely green vegetation with shrubby plants. Because you know that the land of the small tribals, they do not have very plain land. They have got many problems in their farming. So especially the cotton is grown by the tribal people, and you can see here that the cotton, the uneven land, the land is not even, so it is uneven. So they have got many difficulties in the farming. So the cotton and wheat are the main occupation of the farmers of the tribal community here in Dhar district. You can see that. So friends, I am enjoying the valley of the tribal valley of the Dhar district. Here I am going with my tribal friends. You can see that the small types of tribal community are living in such types of small village called hamlet. The tribal hamlet, very small community of tribal people. The weapon. Friends, look at the stone that is tied closely with a rope. It is considered as a sharp-throwing weapon of the Bhil tribal community of Dhar district of Madhya Pradesh. The local tribal Bhils called it is a gofan. Due to this gofan weapon, the Bhil tribes get a broad skill in hunting and gathering for many years, especially for their close target hunting of animals. So this technique of throwing stone from a rope is a domestic technique of Dhar district Bhils of Madhya Pradesh. Hello friends, music plays an important role especially in the tribal community. The folk dances, the folk music plays important role in their community celebration. The festival called Bhagoria is being celebrated by the tribal community, and here we can see that the large drum, the large tabram is played by the tribal people community. Friends, the historical meaning of the Bhil derived from the word Bili, which means bow and arrow. The bow and arrow is a chief weapon of the tribe's Bhil community of the district of Madhya Pradesh. The tribal Bhils usually carry bow and arrows with them. Bhils are skilled archers. They shoot arrow from their bow as a usual purpose for hunting. In the ancient period of kingdoms, due to this wider skill of the Bhils, they were employed by the ancient ruling kings for the fighting purposes. Here in the village of Dhar district of Madhya Pradesh of Great Indian country, I am showing you the toddy trees. The toddy trees are mostly grown by the tribe across their fields. Toddy is a natural milky drink obtained from the tar trees. This drink is common in many parts of the world like Congo and Tanzania. The white liquid which is collected from the shoots of this tree, this juice gives a sweet taste and possesses a high quality of enriched nutrition and fauna of any region. Tari trees resembles identical structure like the coconut palm trees. Obviously, it is a unique heritage of a nature. Describing me about this tari tree, he has got the skill of climbing on this tall slender tari from his childhood. He daily climbs on this tall tari tree, especially morning and evening. The Bhil tribes collect tari from these trees. By the tribes. So this man will climb to this tree and collects the juice of the tari tree. And this is the fruit of this tari tree. It is very juicy. You can collect the juice from this fruit. It is considered as the fruit of this tari tree. And whenever you cut this, you can see the juice is seeping from this position. Here, a Vinayak tribe is climbing on the tall tree. He has to face jeopardy situation of risky climbing with a sharp sickle tied on his back with the rope. It's an extreme adventure like event which he does. Now the tribe has reached on the top of the tree side, where he is cutting the shoots of the tari trees with his sharp sickle tool. There he is collecting the white juice from the fastened earthen vessel. Hey, it is the traditional pattern of tribal Bhils of Dhar district to collect the tari juice from the tari trees. Hey, you can see that this tribal Bhil easily cut the shoots of the tari trees and he is collecting the juice in the earthen vessels. The tribes have been familiar with this pattern from their childhood. The tribes fill up their tied mud pots with the fastened earth vessels on the tari tree, and it is a cultural habitude of the tribal Bhil tribe civilization. They are accustomed with this method because daily they can do this method because they want to collect the tari juice from the tari trees like in such way. Hey, the tribe has come back after collecting the tari inside the earthen vessel. The tari juice from the tender shoots of the tree. This white milky juice of tari tree is a vital important feature for a good health. Many tribes sell this thari juice in the market, because after fermentation of the thari juice it becomes pure alcohol. After visiting and admirable features of the tribal Bhil civilization of Dhar district of Madhya Pradesh of an Indian culture, your curious Vinayak Sakalley has reached to the glorious marital festivals of the Bhil tribal community. It is called an amazing Bhagoria festival of tribal Bhils of Dhar district. The Bhagoria festival has brought an event of marriage among the youths of the Bhil tribals. The meaning of Bhagoria means run in Indian Hindi language. On this occasion, the Bhils unmarried tribal couples, after knowing each other, run away to some secret place. The tribal Bhils of Dhar district of Madhya Pradesh have won their traditional patron of dress. They are roaming and wandering and enjoying the Bhagoria festival. In the Dhar district of Madhya Pradesh of the cultural Indian country, the tribe Bhils of this region have been celebrating this festival for many years. For the tribal Bhils of young man and woman. And they have to follow this tradition of culture because they loving their culture with great passion. And we can say that the tribe Bhils, young man and woman, are enjoying this festival with great happiness. The swingers present in the Bhagoria festival, we can say that in the another parts of the world like Tanzania, Congo, Kenya, you can identify many tribal patterns all over the world. Every world pattern has different matter, because whenever we consider towards the Congo, Tanzania, Kenya and other African tribal part, they enjoy their own particular pattern in their own manner. And same as we can say that the South America, Latin America tribes are different pattern. Indonesia, Malaysia and other parts of the tribal region of the world, globally they have respected their religion. Beetle to the tribe's woman for the marriage proposal, according to the assumption of the tribal Bhil community. So the market are also decorated with bangles and jewelry shop also. We can see that these tribal Bhils are those who are enjoying the festival with dancing on the beats of drums. So we can say that every tribal Bhils community give respect to their own traditional dress wearing. Fair growth of the district of Madhya Pradesh state are reflected by the beats of tribes musical instruments. As you can identify the sounds, rhythm of the musical instruments. So everybody is enjoying with playing drums and playing flute.